Innovative
solutions. Can you imagine how much genius and focus it took to turn a music player into a handheld computer phone, GPS remote control for everything in life in just 5 years? Seriously.
Innovative
Solutions.
The more you know, the less you fear.
Revolutionize business models and make old ones obsolete or not. One thing is for certain, today we compete on service, price or innovation, and the expectations and metrics around each are tighter than ever.
What's working, what's not, who's competent, who's not.
And that's all about how do you deal with failure.
Opened more stuff. That's what economists call growth.
Innovative
Solutions.
Prepared and presented by Francisco Porras Jr. Weekdays here on the Nation Station.
Innovative
Solutions.
The Falling Walls Lab competition was established in honor of the 20th anniversary of the fall of Berlin Wall. It is taking place all over the world under the motto, "Which wall will fall next?" Participants who had passed to the original stage in the result of a serious selection offered their innovative inventions and breakthrough projects. This is a great opportunity to our young researchers, entrepreneurs, and scholars to present their outstanding ideas, projects, and initiative here. Today on Innovative Solutions, it's an honor to have with us in our program, we have the project manager of the Falling Walls Lab Oman, one of the brilliant scientists we have here in the country, Zakiya Al Azri. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Frank, and pleasure to be in your program.
First of all, congratulations for another successful Falling Walls Lab this year.
Yeah, thank you.
So how did you get it?
It's an interesting one.
Yeah, it is a very interesting one. And how did you get involved with the project?
Actually, some time back, like 5 years back, my colleague, our director, was attending some conference abroad, and she got to know about this competition. And when she came back, we found it really interesting, and we wanted to be part of it. So we contacted the organizers, and we then started all the processes to go and to be part of this competition. And here we are now, 5 years, we are hosting this event successfully for 5 years. Since 2016.
Okay, so what motivated you to do this?
It's the outreach that we will get our outstanding innovators and our local creative thinkers here in Oman. We reach them to the global level and where they can compete in such a scientific platform where more than 100 participants from around the world, from over 75 countries, and they have to showcase their innovation and be part of this global event.
So what is the main focus right now of this year's competition?
Actually, there is no, the theme of this competition doesn't have a certain format. It is like a very generic and in all fields. It has to cover all the areas, scientific areas. So there is no mandatory that you have to go as per certain fields or a certain area which you need to cover and to focus every year.
Okay, so how challenging was Falling Walls this year compared to last year? What are the main achievements so far?
It was challenging in terms actually of the global impact, as you are aware, of COVID-19 this year. It has changed. It makes it an exceptional year in the way we conducted the event. For the first time, actually, in the history of the format, which started in 2019, it was allowed to host the event through digital platform tools, which is quite interesting experience, to be honest. But for sure, meeting with our participants in person and get the opportunity to present in a stage will always make it such a special ceremony.
So how are this year's winners? What are their projects?
Of course. We had to announce 3 winners. The year's first place went for Breaking the Walls of Pain Absorbs X-Ray by Razan Al-Kalbani. Second place went for Breaking the Wall of Cardiovascular Risk Medication by Dr. Hanan Al-Lawati. And the third place went for Breaking the Walls of Utilization of Fish Waste by Samah Sarhani. And each one is coming from totally different disciplinaries.
It is really interesting. So in your own opinion, what did the lucky winners have that other participants did not?
The breakthrough factor, actually. The main thing, which is the jury committee, has to look into those ideas. Actually, most of them was exceptional ideas, but we have to look into the most breakthrough factor. What is more the innovation, the novelty of their ideas, and the solution, because they have to present a problem. For example, the theme of the competition, they have to present a problem, and they have to find the innovation into the solution, because like when we say about fish waste, utilization of fish waste, the topic itself is not new, but the solution they bring to this problem or to this challenge is the novelty there. This is what the jury committee has to look into it.
Okay. What's in store for the winners right after this?
From now till 8th of November, we will start preparing the winners because now they have to compete at the global level. So on 8th November, the winners, the winners of each Falling Walls Lab will be qualified for the Falling Walls Lab finale in Berlin.
Wow.
And they will compete, as I told you, among 100 participants from over 75 countries. And also they would have the opportunity to attend the international conference the next day on November 9th, where they get to interact with the world's movers and shakers of science, business, and policymakers from around the globe.
How are the finalists and judges chosen here? Do you have any main criteria for the Berlin?
Actually, the Falling Walls Foundation set some standards for the jury committee how to be chosen. Which is in generic it is like the committee has to be made up of ranking representatives of business and science, and they have to be also from a variety of field of expertise. Also, the committee has to be balanced in terms of gender and fields of work. We have to have also like ladies and gents both in the steering committee.
Okay, what project did impress you, Zakiya, in this year's competition?
Actually, it was Razan Zulkalban, the first winner. It was very interesting, the way she found a solution for Bain absorbs X-ray. It was really interesting, and I hope, honestly, she can bring it to reality and develop it, and it can one day, inshallah, reach the marketplace. It deserves her solution for this problem she is tackling. It deserves to get to the marketplace, inshallah, in the future.
They don't have any prototype. They only have some research.
Which is just an idea at this stage. But they can, till November, at the Research Council, work very closely with our winners in order to develop their prototype, their idea to a prototype, and do work onto the scientific part of it, and have some figures and some science facts. So they are ready. When they get to the global level, they are ready for that.
We're going to be back for a bit and continue our discussion in just a while.
Innovative
Solutions. Can you imagine how much genius and focus it took to turn a music player into a handheld computer phone, GPS, remote control for everything in life in just 5 years? Seriously.
Innovative
Solutions.
The more you know, the less you fear.
Revolutionize business models and make old ones obsolete or not. One thing is for certain, today we compete on service, price or innovation, and the expectations and metrics around each are tighter than ever.
What's working, what's not, who's competent, who's not.
And that's all about how do you deal with failure.
Opened more stuff. That's what economists call growth.
Innovative
Solutions.
Prepared and presented by Francisco Porras Jr. Weekdays here on the Nation Station.
Innovative
Solutions.
Welcome back to Innovative Solutions. Okay, so what are today's most important challenges for these upcoming scientists?
To develop their ideas further, to make to prove of concept, to get it into levels where it is really this ideas can be acceptable, and to get into the marketplace and to compete and to be a product and see it materialize in the market. This is the highest challenge.
Yes.
We support those people from the ideation stage and the research idea, the laboratory. But the challenge is also to get them to the market, and the other also challenge is that to get some financing.
Yeah,
And some investors actually to take hand for those innovators and support them financially.
Private sector's already interested?
Still, we announced the winners only on 15th of July, and we have to go in certain, like now they have to go into like patenting and I'm trying to remember the word, intellectual property. We're trying to have those people now. We will try to get them through the intellectual property process before they can disclose any details of their ideas.
Correct. Yeah. What are the prospects for future competitions here?
As part of the Research Council mandate to foster scientific and entrepreneurial innovation and to promote also the exchange between outstanding emerging scholars and professionals from various fields of expertise. Of course, TRC plan to continue hosting this event for the coming year, inshallah. Problems in
financing these kind of projects?
It is a challenge to some extent, but we are lucky, honestly, to have a sustainable partnership with the private sector, who are our main sponsor and funder of this event. And of course, also we have continuous collaboration with our academic partners, both from technical and higher educational institutions in Oman.
Well, just in case if somebody is willing to finance a project, if they're interested, where can they contact you guys?
They can contact directly the Research Council, Director of Capacity Building. And sometimes, honestly, there are some also investors who are interested, and they contact the participants themselves, the winners.
Okay.
And we get to link them, to do the linkages between the investor and between the participants or the winners. And also there are some institutions who are interested to develop also and develop the prototype for those ideas. And here TRC plays the key role in getting the linkages between those.
So how do you plan to draw more interest right now for this competition? What's next for you guys?
We are focusing now till November, the day of the global format in Berlin, is to work thoroughly with our winners here in Oman, link them to the laboratory where they can prove the scientific aspect of their claims, and provide, and if they can also develop some prototypes, which is make them ready to compete at the international level. And for future also, we are targeting to make collaboration with the private sector, with some institutions where they can support in terms of investments, in terms of getting those ideas into the marketplace.
Each year, the foundation supports scientific organizations around the world to host a Falling Walls Lab like here in Oman. This international forum promotes interdisciplinary connections between aspiring academics, innovators, entrepreneurs, investors, professionals known for their excellent work. Falling Walls Lab is the perfect occasion to discover a lot of groundbreaking research in a little time. With a whole range of enriching presentations accessible to everybody. Thank you very much for your time, Zakiya. It's been a pleasure. So any final words before we wrap things up?
Thank you very much, Frank, for having me and getting the chance also to shed some light on the best international science conference available right now. The competition will take place on 8th November, where the 100 participants will compete. And the next day, there will be on 9th November will be the conference. Movers and shakers of science, business, policymakers attended from around the world.
Thanks a lot, Zakiya, and all the best in your upcoming projects and innovation. Okay?
Thank you, Frank. Thanks.
Okay, all the best. That's head of Falling Walls Lab Oman, Zakiya Al Azri. That's Innovative Solutions. Till then, thanks for listening.
Innovative
Solutions. Can you imagine how much genius and focus it took to turn a music player into a handheld computer phone, GPS remote control for everything in life in just 5 years? Seriously.
Innovative
Solutions.
The more you know, the less you fear.
Revolutionize business models and make old ones obsolete or not. One thing is for certain, today we compete on service, price or innovation, and the expectations and metrics around each are tighter than ever.
What's working, what's not, who's competent, who's not.
And that's all about how do you deal with failure.
Opened more stuff. That's what economists call growth.
Innovative
Solutions.
Prepared and presented by Francisco Porras Jr. Weekdays here on the Nation station.
Innovative.
Solutions